What are you doing, buddy? This is like, stressful for everybody. And I feel like for you as well, man. So I'm sorry.
It's one of those things where you just hit a boiling point, you know?
Yeah.
It's like shit's always been a certain way, and it just can't be that way anymore.
No.
So, you know, I mean, that's it pretty much. Like, it just weighs heavily on you, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you got COVID-19, stay home, and then all this shit's happening that needs to be addressed. It has needed to be addressed for the longest time.
Yeah.
And people just aren't going to stand for this shit anymore.
No.
It's just not cool.
It's not cool at all. Like everything's mostly been like done. Like, you know, like how much more like silent, peaceful protests are not going to be noticed, and now it just takes the murder of George Floyd to get everything out. And like, I'm happy that everyone's not happy isn't the wrong word, but like, you know, seeing everyone bonding together over such a tragedy and making something happen is extraordinary. And yeah, like you say, things have to change. And
yeah, it's one of those things that like, yeah, for sure. Sorry about that. Every time, you always notice that though, right? Like anytime something fucked up happens,
yeah, you need that trigger.
Then everybody bands together as a team, you know? Like,
yeah.
It sucks that it takes a fucked up thing to happen, but I mean, shit, man. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? At least we can all fight together now, and that's cool.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to do something a little bit different from our like usual intros, since this has been such a hard time for everybody, especially everyone in the black community and everyone just trying to do what's right. And it's a very confusing world. And I'm hoping like we're aware, as long as we're all self-aware and try to do better. You know, I just want to say that, you know, just do good, be smart, learn, and hope that change happens. Yeah.
Definitely.
I know
Educate yourself.
I know
Educate yourself.
Educate. I know I'm being serious, but like, fuck.
No, it is what it is. I mean, honestly, it's like you can't not talk about these things. This shit is fucking happening every day. It's happening right now. It's like it's the shit that's going on right now in this country is like nobody even really gives a fuck about social distancing anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It still has...
I'm not worried about social distancing. I'm worried about other shit.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. Like that, I feel like that's the least of the worries right now. There's like just a fear like people will be dying from other things, like from violence or brutality or some crazy shit. And fuck, man. I end up listening to like when you said there, like, I listened to like a lot of the. God, I don't think I ever watched the news until like now, and that's kind of shitty of my behalf. I feel like, and
sorry,
like I feel like I'm stuck in like, you know, in my house, and like that's all you do is you want to keep up with everything, and you just end up watching this. I'm caught up.
You got to stay informed. You got to be. You know, it's weird if you're ignoring.
Yeah.
Anything that's going on, like. One of Hannah's friends, Anna, said yesterday, she's like...
Anna?
Yeah, if you like, with everything going on and us being, like, quarantined and all this shit, like, you have to be somewhat paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, you have to know what's going on. You don't have anything else. You're not at work.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're not running around, you're not commuting, you're not driving, you know, like, you gotta know. You gotta know. And if you can, like, see what's going on and, like, not be affected by it, then you don't give a fuck about anybody.
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, a human being thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, you can't just turn the other way and be like, pretend nothing is happening. You know, that's not really helping any type of cause or anybody. You got to feel it. No. I get, like, if you have a bad day or something like that, you have your own thing going on. But to be selfish and not be considerate to other people around you is just, that's crap.
Yeah, for real.
Then you'll be, what do you call it? A sociopath? In some way?
Is that what it is?
Is that the same? Like, if you don't...
I think you are. I think you are a sociopath if you don't give a shit. Let me look up...
sociopath?
Let me look up the definition of sociopath for people who use that word a lot but don't know what it means. It's a person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in extreme antisocial attitudes and behavior and a lack of a conscience. Ooh, a lack of a conscience.
Oh, shit.
If you could just do any fucking thing and not give a shit about it, you are a sociopath.
Yeah. I can't imagine, how you cannot. How people... It's possible to see people. You see, like, go to the extremes of serial killers out there. You're talking about... What was that saying you said about Ted Bundy?
Oh, that joke I made.
That fucks.
that awful joke I made last night.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up.
No, we were talking about Seattle. I said, "Oh, isn't that where Ted Bundy got his big break?"
Yeah,
that's what I said. Jesus Christ!
Oh God!
I mean, you got to have a sense of humor.
Yeah,
but it's been difficult to even do that as of late.
I know.
I mean, I'm always gonna have a sense of humor. It's fine. So, all right. So I'm gonna full disclosure. Fuck it. I got an EKG yesterday because I was afraid. This is the truth serum. This is a true story. Yeah. I got up. I've been feeling this weird feeling in my chest. So I went and got a fucking EKG. Well, I went to the doctor. I didn't go to the doctor to get an EKG. I went to the doctor and they told me that they were going to give me an EKG because I was having random pressure and discomfort, like, sporadically over the last couple of months on the left side of my chest. And I was like, yo, I can't fucking keep, like, mentally, if this is happening to you, you're going to start thinking, fuck, well, I'm going to have a heart attack, right? Or, like, I have heart disease, or I have something, or, like, my lung is for something. My lung collapsed on this side. What is it? So I go in, and the dude... Well, there's a woman and then the technician comes in and he puts all these little suction cups all over my, like, chest and, like, lower abdomen and, like,
all over your cum gutters,
and all over my cum gutters. And, like, I was like, "Hey, man, is this gonna hurt?" And he goes, "Well, you might get a wax, but it's not gonna hurt." Because basically, when you rip those suction cup things off, and then I looked down, I was like, "Fuck!" Like, my chest is super hairy right now.
Did he shave your chest?
No, he didn't.
No?
I said, God damn it, I should have shaved. And he started laughing, but I was dead serious. And then he did it. So basically, what an EKG is, for those who don't know, it's electrocardiography. And it's a process where basically they look for any irregularities with your heart function. Like based like rhythm and the amount of oxygen coming to it and all this shit.
Yeah.
And turns out that I had I'm not even kidding. My results were my heart is functioning at the gold standard level of heart function. Like, my heart is perfectly fine.
That's really good news, though. Like, that's scary if you had arrhythmia or like.
Yeah. No, so it literally says that gold standard, like it's a 12 lead or something like that. So
that sounds like really 100. You got just A+ and 100% on your test right there.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point, it made me realize, and I just have been having anxiety. I've been worried like everybody else. Like, everybody's freaking out.
Yeah.
About their job, about their financial stability, about being afraid to even go outside. Like, right now, as a person of color, if you live in certain areas, like, or not a person of color even, or if you live near a mall, or there's like a lot of people fucking just breaking into stores and shit. Like, there's a lot of shit or if you're just a fucking germaphobe and you're still afraid of COVID, like,
yeah.
There's a lot of shit to be fucking anxious about right now. And it's just been a weird year. Like, what the fuck happened to the murder hornets? Did they just show up and go like, oh, they got enough going on. We'll come back later.
Yeah, I like how like in previous years, like this is the worst year. This is the worst year, and now I think officially this is the year of the biggest fuck you ever.
Isn't life like Dragon Ball Z?
In what way?
Like, all right, the fucking Saiyans are here. All right, cool. The Saiyans are all right. Whatever. Fuck them. All right, Frieza is here. Oh, God, this guy's kind of a prick. All right, Cell is here. Jesus Christ, is this fucker going to destroy the world? Like, you know?
And you have, like, Majin Buu. And it's like,
and all right. Majin Buu shows up, and it's like, Jesus, I thought we were done with this shit.
Yeah, man. It's been, like, 10 seasons each, and, like, it still sucks.
Yeah, like, can we ever just fucking have barbecues and all get fat and old now?
Yeah. That's the dream, man. Hopefully we get to that point where we don't have to worry about that, but it's...
On top of... Sorry to interrupt.
You're all good, buddy.
On top of global warming and everything else, I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, it's crazy when, like, things are happening that make you forget about the things that were already happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be bitching this whole time. Anyway, how you been?
Yeah. I'm okay, man. Like, I'm okay. I'm just worried about everybody. Still, I have the same pain you do, man. Like, we're just like, with like not being able to do anything is what I feel.
Yeah, you feel you're just rendered powerless, which is a sucky feeling.
I think one of our good friends said like what he felt was he feels he's a big superhero fan. He would say like he feels like a mutant but without the power.
Yeah, like they took your power away.
Took your power away, and you know, I wish I could be more positive. But like, it's a funny thing is when I am when you try to do things that are like that make you happy, you still think about the bad stuff, and we had to go through it for a while. And my phone just rang.
Whoa, unprofessional.
Unprofessional. It's me. Dude, I know this is kind of awkward a little bit, but like in some way. I was thinking about, since we're talking about race, like I think in some way, and I kept on like reflecting and thinking about like I'm Asian, and I think about like my childhood and like what it was like being raised in like a suburban neighborhood in New Jersey. And what I thought was like innocent, like we're all idiots when we're kids. We don't understand what we're saying. We're saying some like horrible hate shit, and we don't realize we're saying like that's gay or like which is funny to us now, like ish, but not it wasn't really funny. Like some kids would say like some awful things to me. Like I pass it off. It's like, oh, do you know kung fu? All Asians are bad drivers. Well, I'm a bad driver.
Are you really a bad driver?
I'm not an awful driver.
No, you're pretty good.
I made a few moves that are terrible in my life.
I'm actually a bad driver.
You fulfill that stereotype, but it just it just sickens me. Like I'm not making this all about the situation, but like just awful.
Yeah, it's weird, and it just starts. I mean, it starts at home. Like, it starts with parents. It's just it's just ignorance that has been perpetuated for hundreds of years.
Yeah, you see
it's hard to unlearn that.
Yeah.
But without actively doing it. It's the same thing as I tell people about working out. You're not going to work out one fucking time and look like Schwarzenegger. It's not going to happen. You have to practice it every single day. It's like being in a relationship. You have to be in your relationship every day. Relationship isn't going to do itself. The fucking dishes aren't going to wash themselves. The trash isn't going to take itself out. It just fucking is what it is.
Until they invent something that they can be taken out.
I mean, the Jetsons had Rosie the robot. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah. But what am I gonna say? man, It's fucking hot outside.
Yo, that's another fucking frontier. It's hot now in New York City. I don't know where you are listening to this or tuning in from.
Yeah.
You know, apparently people all over the country like this podcast. But no, I don't know. I do want to touch on something that you said a second ago about like the hateful things we would say as kids we didn't know. But anyway, no, it is really fucking hot in New York City. The humidity is here and it is gross. We haven't put our AC in the window yet because we've been trying to wait. But it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming real fucking soon.
Oh yeah.
It's here. Like we could put it in any second we want, but we've been like really trying to see how long we can go. I mean, fucking look how greasy I look right now.
Yeah, I'm the same way, dude.
I'm a greasy motherfucker. Everything, everything.
That's why I get. I don't think I could live in a hot any warm state. Like I don't like summer. Summer.
I would
sucks.
never want to live in Florida.
Nah.
Like Florida's cool to like go to Miami and shit, but like, yo, Florida is fucking awful.
Yo, if you don't like that, you should go to the Philippines, man. Like I appreciate where my family comes from, but like if you want to sweat through from January all the way to December, fuck no.
We should all go out to the Philippines.
It'll be a good time, man. I'll take you to the beaches and we'll chill out.
That'd be sweet. Run around tossing the frisbee around. We got a frisbee. Notice I didn't say football. I'm starting a frisbee league.
Oh man, yeah,
frisbee is dope, bro. You get to feel like fucking. You feel like Krillin. Dragon Ball Z, another Dragon Ball Z reference.
Hell yeah.
Another thing you were saying before about
like what we say when we're younger,
saying hateful shit when you're a kid. It's really funny. So in a couple episodes ago, I was really frustrated about this dude in Walmart, this fucking hillbilly in Walmart, getting mad because he had to wear a mask, and I was ODing about how fucking fat he was.
Yeah.
And fat phobic is a thing. I'm gonna go on record here saying I'm not fat phobic, although, it's when I was a kid. It reminded me of this. My dad was like, "Yo." I think putting phobic behind something is weird, right? Like putting phobic behind something, like
it means fear of.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it's like fat phobia. No, I'm not afraid.
That's such a weird phobia, like of anything else.
That's weird, right? That's a weird thing to call somebody. Because that's the thing. Like a lot of people have been posting, like non-black people have been posting shit like recently, like. We shouldn't be like all like, oh, we're just all people and da-da-da-da. No, we should be able to acknowledge that we're all different. Like, that's the cool shit. That's the beauty of this country, like the diversity, right? Like,
yeah.
So we should be able to have conversations about it. We're all different shapes and sizes. Like, the reason I'm cool with my groups of friends is because we're all fat. We're all skinny. We're all tall. We're all black. We're all white. We're all Asian. We're all Hispanic. We're all gay. It's like we're fucking everything, and I think that shit is dope.
Yeah, it is dope, man. And it's just cool if we could bond, but we're different. But
as a kid, you don't really. As a kid, you just get taught how to fucking be an asshole. Really.
Yeah. Like. There's no really like I can't think of any class it's like all right we're gonna learn how to be like coexist with each other in some way, and like we're not taught really about at least about race and difference. I had to learn that. I learned that through college and like late in high school, made through that. I didn't. What's up?
You learn more from your own experience, probably.
Yeah. Like, I always thought, like, people were just busting my balls and when they made fun of me, and when they said all this, like, racist shit, it's like, oh, I guess that's the culture. I'll take it. And then later I'm like, this is not okay.
Yeah. It's funny, like, when you realize later on.
Yeah. It makes you question, like, I know, like...
Not funny, like, funny, but it's just interesting.
You think it gives you a thicker skin by being mistreated? Like I don't mean not in the extreme way of like what like total racism, but like us as people, like we're just should we when is it wrong?
Well, I think in terms of, I think it's wrong when, I think it's wrong when you are afraid that you don't have the rights as someone else. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, when you feel like you're at the bottom of the food chain, I think it's wrong. I think any kind of struggle is also healthy, just depending on what it is.
Yeah.
I think there's like levels to it, you know? Like, struggle is good. It's good to have, like, people busting your balls. It's different when it's like the fucking system or the people that are supposed to be protecting you are oppressing you or being abusive towards you. That's a totally different thing. But yeah, I do think having some kind of struggle or having somebody be a dick to you when you're fucking 12 can help you a little bit character, because you have to deal with that. You know, not everybody. That's the thing. Not everybody has to be nice to you.
Yeah,
but there's a level of respect, you know, that we should all have.
Like I don't like bullies. I hate bullies.
Yeah, bullies aren't cool.
Yeah, it's like fucking Captain America, baby.
Whoo! Whoo! I was fucking around with my garage band the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And I went, whoo! Just like that.
Like,
and this
like Ric Flair?
Yeah, I pulled a Ric Flair out. And, which now that I think about it, if a flare gun did make a noise, that's the noise it should make. But I did that, and this fucking feedback shit came up, and I was like, yo, fuck you.
You should take everything. Like, this is what we'd call microphone practice. How to project your fucking voice onto a microphone.
Some people don't know how to do it.
No.
You put a microphone in front of some people, you don't know how to do it. Case in point, have you ever been to a karaoke bar, you hand someone a microphone, and you can't even fucking hear them?
Yeah. Or they're screaming so loud that it's like, oh, this is not singing. This is like you belting this thing.
How do you feel with it? Well, that person might be drunk too. How do you feel with a microphone in your hand?
Like, if we're talking karaoke, I sometimes I feel, unless you have enough drinks, I feel confident. But if you put a microphone in my hand, depending on the situation, karaoke, I am petrified. I don't want to sing because I know I'm not a good singer. Well, yeah, it's okay. I can admit when I'm not a good singer. I hate when people say, like, no, you could do it. You're good. You go up there, sing your heart out. I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah, stop.
I heard you sing the last song. Also, you're a vocally trained singer. Fuck you. You know?
Stop lying to me.
Yeah.
You know when you do karaoke with like fucking theater kids?
Oh God, that is the worst.
And then they just do fucking theater songs all the time. Which, depending on what it is, it could be fun. But like, if you let a group of theater kids take over a karaoke lounge, that's it. It's just, now it's a theater night.
Yeah.
It's their show now.
Like, you skipped over Don't Look Back in Anger to play, like, you know, fucking all your like 10 songs of Wicked, which I heard already.
Or you did like all this music from Rent. Like, come on, man. What the fuck, bro?
I don't know if you remember this, but you remember when when I was working at Pioneers and, like, they used to have the karaoke night?
Yes.
Like, they used to have karaoke leagues there, and holy
the karaoke league.
Yeah, it's
I sang there.
You did?
I sang there one night with years ago. Megan O'Malley was bartending, our good friend, also comedian, and we were there with Julian and Turtle. Mm-hmm. And back when they had the stage in the back.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny, like the songs they would sing though. Like, remember the one dude Destiny? I kind of appreciate his rendition of Wrecking Ball.
Oh, I do remember him,
and it's hilarious, but after, you know, the 100 times I heard him do it, I'm like, you need another song. But I feel like if you're singing karaoke, you need, like, a few... You can't be a one-trick pony. You need a few songs underneath.
Yeah, I got, like, at least 4. See, that's the thing. Like, he probably nailed it one time.
Yeah.
And he's probably trying to get the attention of some chicks. And he probably did. But you worked there, so you had to hear him sing it every time he sang it. But it probably got him some play from some girls at the bar.
Karaoke. You heard it, everybody. Karaoke gets you play.
Yo, man, if you're at a karaoke bar or ladies out there, if you're one of the more aggressive, I'll approach you first type of girls, yo, get on that microphone and fucking bust out the song that you know the best. So that way, when you turn away from the screen where the lyrics are and you continue to sing the words, everybody's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
People love that shit.
I think one of your favorite songs is Butterfly, which you'll do that. That's your go-to next to Don't Look Back in Anger. But my favorite was when we're hanging at what's the favorite bar that we used to go down to with Frank? You, me, and Frank. Your old haunt.
Oh, Botanica.
Like
Botanica Bar, New York City. It's on Houston Street.
Check it out when it comes back open. Hopefully someday.
Houston and Mulberry.
Yeah. You sang American Pie, and I was like, out of nowhere, it's like, I'm going to sing American Pie, and it just... that was probably your favorite moment ever.
That was my rock star moment,
yeah.
Bro. I had a rock star moment singing Don McLean, American Pie.
That's a 10-minute song, and that's hard to pull off, and
keep
people into it.
I really had the whole bar standing around me. Like, it was like a fucking movie.
Yeah.
And they were all, and I'm like doing that shit where you point the microphone out so like they're singing into it. Like I'm doing that shit. Like, yo, I literally could have crowd surfed. I could have taken my shirt off and thrown it into the crowd and people would have I felt like they would have fucking started fighting for that shit. Like I felt like a rock star.
Yeah.
All the old ladies threw their bras on the stage. I was like,
hey, thank you, Ethel. Yeah. That's a 50Z.
It's crazy that used to be a thing.
Double Z.
They would like throw their underwear on stage. That's how you know you made it.
That's how the old school rock star life. Like, what is it now? Like that you're hot shit like on stage nowadays. Like it's no longer like the rock and roll. Like I'm gonna show boobs and like or like throw or like someone's whip out their dick or something. I don't know, or throw a shirt on stage.
See, that's the thing, right? Like pulling out your tits was always like a cool thing if you were a rock star, I guess. But if some dude's like waving his dick around at you, you probably would want police to escort him out or the security to.
Sorry, it sort of reminds me of a story. Like I was at a concert in college. Like this rock band came in, and my roommate's cousin came, and he was like fucking like 16, 17, like or he's pretty young, and like this chick like freaking just totally like flashed the band because she's into it, and like his cousin turns around and is like, oh, that's happening. He's like, oh, that's the first time you ever saw boobs.
Oh, so he was with
the first time
he saw boobs in real life.
Yeah, it's just seeing his face is like, oh, like like the kids from American Pie. He's like the Jason Biggs moments, like, oh god, college, that rockstar life.
Yeah, and then you get older and you're like, hey, you seen one, you seen them all.
Yeah, you seen them. Like, date around a bit. Yeah, just date around, enjoy it.
Yeah, they all look the same. Lighten the mood.
Lighten the mood, baby. Oh, hell yeah, man.
Eventually, I was looking at Barack Obama. He said some shit yesterday.
Yeah, when he told me, I tuned in too. Like, I started watching Aftermath.
I think my favorite thing that he said was like, yo, don't expect this shit's not going to change overnight. Like, we got to be conscious. We got to work. We got to educate ourselves, and we got to keep fucking working. He's long-winded sometimes, but you still will watch him because he's so great.
He's patient. He's not trying to rush it out, and like it felt like a blanket like coming over me when I'm sitting there. I'm listening, like I'm in an assembly. There's something cool going on. This guy I want to hear.
Yeah, we were really excited.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, oh shit, town hall meeting, I'm in. Barack, fuck yeah,
Barack Obama.
But
I actually really like Governor Cuomo.
Cuomo, yeah, he's like he said, like he's giving the facts. He's putting it out there. He's telling us what's going on, and that's what's important. You got to, like, unlike our fucking president, like he's not alleviating or like telling or trying to ease people in any way, which every other president would, even though the fucking our previous presidents like lied about it, but they still had some form of leadership. Not like now where it's being this fucker's dividing everybody using race and religion to up his own fucking agenda. It's fucked up. Maybe that's a loaded thing I'm saying, but who knows? I'm fucking tired of it.
I'm tired of it too. Even, you know, that's the thing though, like as a leader of anything, you have to, I feel like, and I'm not a fucking one of these political scientist people or anything like that, but you gotta, you gotta fucking really, but I have been in charge of things before, and I know that you really have to choose your words very carefully, especially when shit is going awry. You know, because people freak out, people panic. You need to be able to be comforting, but also be like, you know, realistic and certain, you know.
Yeah.
You got to, I don't know. Being a leader, I think there's too many people that think that they're a leader and then get put in a leadership position, and they suck.
Yeah.
That's why we need... I'm really going to be a lot more serious about voting, like, especially local, especially locally. Like, that's where, and the young people our age, people younger, like, we can make a major impact if we got serious about this shit. Like, old people, they're fucking old already. Trevor Noah said some dope shit. Like, he's like, yo, if I was old, I wouldn't give a shit. The young people are so important right now.
Yeah. And we're at that age now. We can't be like in those movies anymore that we are like just what do you call it? Well, fuck what I'm about to say, but I'm just gonna say we have to set an example. You know, we're at that age now. We're in our 30s. We're at that rising generation of like, all right, the younger generation is looking up to us now. Yes, as you say, we have to pay attention to who we're putting in office and what they're about. You know. Yeah. Who watches The Watchmen? We do now. And you have a roller on a microphone stand. Corey, why do you have a roller on a microphone stand?
Sorry, is this thing on? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Is it like when you have no hands that you're just gonna like have a pantsuit and just rub it on it?
No, we were doing fake karaoke in the house. We were doing like old. Late 90s, early 2000 pop punk songs.
Oh, nice.
And we were going back and forth. Like, I was like I did, we did some Chili Peppers, obviously. We had some Blink 182, like shit like that, you know?
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing Blink 182 a long time ago.
Did you just say Blumpkin 182?
Yes, Blumpkin. I was slipping. Must be a Freudian slip.
I once accidentally had a video pop up of a dude sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and a girl walk up to him and start giving him a Blumpkin. And I thought, yo, do people like look for this? Like, does this get somebody off?
Like, how do you not gag? Like, there's shit. It's shit.
I don't want.
You smell shit.
Bro, I don't want anybody to even talk to me while I'm taking a shit, really, if I'm being honest.
I know. That's the point of, like, we're not going ass to mouth right now. Like, that's pretty much ass. That's shit. That's shit to mouth. Do not.
Yeah, because there's fecal matter all up in the air.
And how do you look back at someone when they're taking a shit while sucking their dick? Like, that looks terrible both ways. I'm just saying. It's like,
doesn't it smell bad, too?
Look at that.
I don't deal well with bad smells, though. Like, you know how some people don't give a shit? Like,
I don't give a shit when I fart.
No, see, I'm not into it. Like, I don't like bad smells. I don't even like, you ever walk into a room where somebody just vomited in that room?
Oh, yeah. I actually gag about that. No.
Yeah, the smell of vomit makes me want to vomit. It's gross.
Yeah. It's like, do you remember those, like, those shocking videos we used to watch as kids? Like, where those challenges, like, 2 Girls, 1 Cup, or, like, you know, those gross out things, right?
Yeah, like all that, what is it? What was that? Like, Faces of Death type shit.
What the fuck is Faces of Death?
Bro, that shit, it used to have all kind of shit. There was this one video where there was a woman sitting in a chair, like gynecologist style, with her legs up. She was older too. She was probably like in her 40s, 50s. She wasn't like a young woman. I mean, not that being in your 40s, 50s is old. I'm just saying she wasn't like in her fucking 20s. And some bald dude walks in and sticks his entire head inside of her vagina.
Ugh. Damn.
Vagina.
Yeah,
and it's fucking insane. It's weird. Like, but these are the kind of videos that other dudes send you when you're in high school.
I know, but there's some reason like you can't help but not look away. It's like
it's fucking gross and it's disgusting. It's disturbing, bro. And that was around the time, like, that was even before YouTube came out.
Yeah, it's like always it's always go on a website. Yeah, you have to be on like eBombs World or like find something
or like eFucked or something like that.
Yeah, ugh.
Like, I didn't even know what YouTube was until, like, I was almost a fucking senior.
Yeah, like bum fights. Like, you find that DVD. It's like those are the shocking times of, like, this is the crap we would watch as kids. Be like, oh, we gotta see this fucked up shit. But, like,
yeah, if you wanted to watch porn.
Like, oh, yeah.
I remember this dude used to sell DVDs of porn that he would burn in high school. He would, like, his name was Sean. That's a very common name. I'm not giving him up. But this kid, Sean, had a backpack full of fucking DVDs.
But you think he's...
He used to be like, he's like, yo, man, let me know whatever you want, bro. I got, like, lesbians. I got, like, interracial. I got chicks with dicks. I'm dead serious. He said this to me one day in school.
I like he's like the drug dealer of porn.
Yo, seriously.
Pusher of porn. Push porn.
He'd get real close and whisper, like, I got chicks with dicks.
Did you ever take one of his DVDs?
No, I had a friend that did.
Frank?
Buy from him. No, different dude.
I'm joking. It's totally Frank, I know. And
it's weird, bro. Like, when you're a teenage boy and it's like you start getting girl crazy, it's like you'd go through great lengths to see a woman without her clothes on. So we were at this kid's house and his parents weren't home yet, so he popped his DVD in. I think he had a PlayStation or something. And like a PS2, like that had the DVD. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
And we're all sitting around the room watching this weird orgy on the DVD, and I'm just like, but it was just like a bunch of chicks and like 3 dudes, and these dudes kept saying all this funny shit. Like there was this one dude that was like going down on this chick, and then he stops, looks at the camera and goes, "Oh, you could eat," and then starts, so and then goes back to what he was doing, and we all started fucking laughing so hard, like, what the fuck is this? At that point, I think I had to be like 14 maybe, and at that point I was like, I don't want to be in this room watching this shit.
Yeah,
where everybody's like got a boner. Like, it's weird.
It's such an awkward situation. Like, it's adolescents learning about, like, all right, this is sex. This is fucking. All right.
It's weird and it's so graphic. I think that's part of the reason why, like, for so many years, as a man, I'm going to say this and admit it, or at least I could be wrong, but I think it's part of the reason why, in terms of like communication about sex and like a healthy sexual relationship with a woman, as a man, like, our minds are probably fucked because it's like the first time that you start looking at people having sex, it's 3 dudes fucking 6 chicks, and it's fucking not. There's no intimacy at all. It's pure, just like gross, a vulgar form of entertainment rather than a fucking intimate experience that you should be having with a sexual partner. It's fucking nuts. And then years of that go by and your brain is so fucked up that it carries into your adult life.
It's like, you can't get a real boner unless you're watching, so and so.
Yeah, or you just walk up to your fucking girlfriend or your wife and you just think that you can just start fucking her instead of like romancing her and easing into it because you watched a mailman deliver mail to a house, walk in and start fucking the woman who answers the door, and you think that shit was really gonna happen to you at some point in your life because you're a fucking animal.
Those videos are fucking hilarious. Like, there's something like about porn that is such a big comedy premise. Like, all of it is just a bad sketch that has, like, all right, we're gonna make up for it with this awkwardness. With the
occasionally you'll see some good acting, but
yeah,
it's very.
I'm
weird.
really convinced that's his stepmom. That's definitely his stepmom. You know, like,
yeah, it's weird. And then you go from that to, like, also being a little boy. It's like, I was talking to someone about this recently.
What?
It's like you just get treated. You get treated so different than a little girl does. You know, like if you're like 5 years old and you're a boy and you fall and scrape your knee, your dad might be like, "You better fucking stop crying and man up." But if you're a little girl and you fall and scrape your knee, everybody's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and that's just, I guess we're all treated differently in that way. You know?
We get treated like assholes. I hope when I have a kid that I'm just able to be a better parent.
No, you will be, man. You're gonna do like the best you can, and you know you're a good guy. You're a hard worker. You have a great mind on your head. You've been through things.
But I want like, if I have a little boy, I want him to know that it's okay to cry and be vulnerable.
Yeah,
I don't want him to fucking think he needs to be tough all the fucking time. I also don't want him to be a pushover. Yeah. I don't even know, like, listen, it's all right to have emotions. All right, don't suppress that shit and walk around angry at me for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah,
you know.
And yeah, I think myself too as well. Like, I would love a balanced kid. You know, I want to teach him to be like, all right, it's okay, you could talk to me, it's fine, but also you can stand up for yourself.
Yeah, don't be a pushover either.
And get me a beer. I'm about to talk to you.
Yeah, and I was actually, I was talking to my wife about this. We actually had this conversation the other day. I was like, yeah, I'm going to have those kind of conversations, and I'm also going to be like, now wash the dishes and take out the fucking trash because it smells now. So when you got a kid, you don't have to do that shit anymore. They can do it for you.
I got to teach them responsibility and charity. You got to fuck with them a little bit. But, like,
take out the fucking garbage. I love you.
I love you. I just find it funny, like, when people do that. It's like, and they throw in the, like, that they love them at the end. It's just like...
Yeah. I love you.
I love you. I love you too, Dad. Fucker. But I love you, yeah.
And then you run up and like, what did you say?
Nothing.
Because the first thing, nothing really frustrates me more the older I get is, like, than people who just stare at their fucking cell phone all day, whether they're walking down the street or they're sitting somewhere or they're in a room full of people. It drives me nuts. And I know that there are a lot of kids like that. They're just staring at their fucking phone. That's where you hit them. That's how you hit them where it hurts. You take their technology away from them.
Yeah, teach them to live life a bit, and look around, pick up a book once in a while, if there are still books. Maybe on
their iPhone. Fucking book. Work out.
Yeah. Go
for a fucking jog. Get off your ass. Like, when was the last time sweat came out of your body?
Yeah. Be like, if I had a kid, like foremost, I know there's always, like, things that you want to raise them to be, but I just want my kid to be happy. Deep down.
That's really sweet. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I want to be a fun dad, too. I want to be a fun dad. I want, like, when I walk in the house, I want my kids to be like, yeah, Daddy's home. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Like, I want my kids to be like...
excited.
I want my kids to be like, if I don't get home at the time that I normally get home and I'm running a little late, I want my kids to be texting me like, yo, Dad, where the fuck are you? We miss you. Like, that's what I want.
I thought it was going to be the reverse. Dad, why aren't you home yet?
Yeah, Dad, where the fuck
are you? Like, they are the parents now. It's like, you've been out late again. You've been chilling out, doing your karaoke and drinking. I'm sorry.
No. I'll have to do that at home with the children.
Yeah.
I have like 17 kids. You know? They'll just be walking out.
Well, I remember, like, it was like I think a Chappelle joke where he was talking about, like, how when he had a kid, it's like, it's kind of wonderful in the beginning. It's like, Daddy's home. Yeah, I'm come from the tour. Like, yeah, this is great to see him. And then, like, they turn 17, and, like, they don't, like, you're asking for where your kid's at. We don't give
where
a
the fuck is everybody?
Where the fuck is everybody? We don't give a fuck where you at.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes, Mr. Promises.
Peace out, Tim.
Yeah. That shit is funny.
Oh.
It's hard though, probably, right?
Being a
Like,
parent?
we don't even know.
We don't know. We're not there yet. I think back to my parents and like, you know, as I looked up to them and they're like, you know, they gave me a lot of good morals and like, you know, decent background. You know, I learned they're not perfect people, and I had to live on my own from that point on, as I am at now. And I still appreciate them. I love them, but you know, just when you're growing up with, like, you know, whatever family you have, just appreciate them for what they are, and then try to live your life as the truest, best version of yourself, as the man or father that you will be in the future, as you will be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And walk a good path. Be a good person.
Yeah. Walk hard.
That sounds to me like a great closing point.
Yeah.
I think you fucking hit it right out of the park with that.
Oh, thanks, bro. You too, man.
It's good times. I think we're all going to get through this together.
Yeah. Yeah, we love you guys, everyone. And do what you can, you know, from safety of your homes or out there, just do what's right in life and hope that change will come sooner than later, or like just it's going to take time.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's right and wrong out there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we'll see you guys next week. We do have a bonus episode in the chamber somewhere, and it will be coming out soon. So bear with us. But otherwise, keep tuning in, keep sharing it with your friends, like, subscribe. Hope we can provide some sort of escapism for you. And I'm going to end this on a final thought.
Oh shit! Bring it back.
Sorry.
Talking to that roller.
You can't see me, but I just did something stupid.
Yeah, he has a roller with a microphone on a microphone stand.
Yeah, it's one of those lint roller.
Do you shave with
listen.
that? Sorry. I apologize.
Things. I always like that saying. Things always are darkest before the dawn, because I feel like the dawn, it makes you think of like, it's like, all right, a new day is coming. It's not just a moment. It's like you have an entire whole new day ahead of you. So many things happen in a day, you know? And when things right now seem really fucking dark and everybody is really scared and really worried about this year, and people are, like I said before, afraid to get sick. People are afraid to get hurt. People are afraid to get killed. It's crazy to look at a calendar and see the year 2020 on it, to be afraid of some of the things that we are afraid of. But I think conversations that need to be had are being had. And I think we just need to continue to fight the good fight. And I feel like I wish you all safety and good health, and, you know, just fucking hang in there, because we're all in this shit together.
Yeah, man. No, that's perfectly said, man.
Try my best. So thank you all.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.